All right, today, guys, we're talking about the idea that a person will go into storage mode and gain weight from not eating enough. So, this is a very common misconception, let me just say it right off the bat, that a lot of my patients have. They'll come to me and they'll say, I don't eat enough. This is why I'm gaining weight. My body is against me. I'm in storage mode. Okay, so first of all, storage mode does not exist. If it did, we wouldn't ever have to worry about starvation, right? In Africa, in those places where starvation is a true risk, they would all just go into storage mode and they would be great. So, what commonly is actually happening in these scenarios is people don't realize what they're taking in. So maybe they're only eating 2 meals a day. Well, their lunch is maybe a Big Mac meal from McDonald's, which equals 1,000 calories. And then their dinner might be, 2 slices of pizza with 3 chicken wings and a side of blue cheese, which is also very calorie dense. So for somebody who might be like a smaller woman, typically I see a lot of female patients. I have men too, but it's quite easier for a female who is smaller to overeat their caloric needs. So there's that. Or the other concept is they won't eat during the week. They'll maybe skip a ton of meals, maybe eat 1 meal a day. And sure, their calories are low on that day, but then they're making it up on the weekend without, really consciously realizing it. The other concept is if they don't understand calories, they'll be eating healthy or very small amounts, but we're talking it's nuts and adding a lot of fat to their foods, things like that are calorie dense, and therefore bring them over whatever their maintenance calories would be. So those are the concepts that I want to cover. The other idea is when you are losing weight, or if you are not eating enough during the week. By not eating enough, I mean feeding your body properly. So we're talking try to get 3 meals a day, nice and balanced the best you can. Maybe 3 meals and 2 snacks. That's what I would recommend just for muscle protein synthesis. Trying to eat about every 3 to 4 hours, nice protein feedings with, your fiber foods that are going to make you satiated and feel a lot better. If you're fueling your body, you will likely be moving more. So that non-exercise activity thermogenesis, your NEAT, these hand movements that I'm doing, that's NEAT. When I fidget my leg, that's NEAT. I'm not exercising, but I'm burning calories through movement. Same with just walking, like walking into a store, all of those things. Well, if you're not fueling your body, you're going to feel like crap, likely. And therefore, you're going to take the closest parking spot to that store. You may not be talking with your hands like this. You may not be fidgeting. All of those little movements go down. And that's going to make your caloric need also decrease. The other concept is while, let's say you are trying to create a calorie deficit and you've been dieting down and you've lost 10 pounds. There's less of you. There is less of you moving. There's less weight that you're lifting every time you stand up, every time you walk. That's going to also decrease your caloric need. So as people diet down or lower their intake, and then all of a sudden they're maintaining, they're like, oh, I'm maintaining. My body's in storage mode. It's fighting against me. No, it's not. You just don't need as much. So you either have to create a further deficit by moving more or eating less. And these can be hard concepts for a lot of people. Like, it gets very hairy when you're like trying to apply it to yourself. So if you need a coach, get a coach or a dietitian or whoever who can help you systematically make those changes as needed. Also, not jumping the gun, because a calorie deficit will not reflect like literally the day after you've made an adjustment. No, it's going to take a week, maybe two, because that's, when we're going to see that deficit reflected in your weight loss. All right, guys, I'm just going to leave it here. There's no such thing as storage mode. You are not gaining weight from not eating enough. You have to eat less calories to lose weight, and it can look like greater volume. That's actually one of the last things I'll say. Just because you are in a calorie deficit does not mean your portion sizes should look like rabbit food, super tiny. No. You can eat voluminous amounts of food and keep calories low, which is what I would recommend, so you're actually full. So, if you need help, reach out. And if you like this content, like my channel, follow me at Boho Nutrition on my Instagram. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me, comment. Let me know what you're thinking and what you would like to see. All right, guys, have a good week.